What's up, everybody? Yeah. Where is a friend, Mr. Acerbate? I've got two challenges from the usual suspects. Student challenge hour. Zen chess. Where have you been? Not staying up late these days. Ripunj Bansal. That was a fun game with Anand. Everybody enjoyed seeing that. That was amazing. Thanks for sharing that. Insightful. How a world champion plays Simon. We've got Ripunj, Schumacher, Zenchess, Federic, and Mirales. You forget about the stream. Just for a few months here and there. How could anyone forget me? Alright, let's just get it started. Fast Friday, so to speak. Fast Friday. Speaking of alcohol, there's a big scandal in Iraq because Iraqi minister, one of the Iraqi ministers wants to outlaw like selling alcohol. It's too late. All right, Ripunj, they've been corrupted. Ripunj, Schumacher, Zenchess, Federic, and Morales. All right, we're gonna go. Go. 7+5 casual. Good to see you guys. Damn it. 26 months. We corrupted them with alcohol. No. Alcohol's been around as long as man. I suppose. Almost. Since pre-biblical times. E4. Alright, what are we going to do? 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 Let's play the Sicilian. I haven't been playing enough. I'm forgetting my I've prepared something. Not for this, you haven't. You never liked alcohol much. It's interesting. There's a big trend now for anti what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. Well, anyway, there's this drug to treat like diabetic conditions called Ozempic. Well, there's a couple of drugs, but it's interesting because this drug is being used by celebrities and everyone all over the world for like weight loss. And it seems, I read an article in the New York Times, Ozempic not only is like causing people to lose weight and people are taking it just for that, but there's some evidence that it's actually like making people not want to drink alcohol, which would be like kind of groundbreaking. Alright, C4. Try drugs. No, drugs are bad. No drugs. I have nothing against marijuana. I don't think it's particularly good to do too much of it, though. It's not harmless. Friday, Fast Friday, A6, C4. Yeah, I mean, C4 is like one of the best moves for white against the O'Kelly. O'Kelly de Galway. How do you get that name? How does a Belgian guy get the name O'Kelly de Galway? Can someone explain that to me? How does that work again? I guess maybe his mother was Belgian and his father was Irish or something. Just going through the book. What book? Yeah, Bijak, getting better. Almost 300 games. What are we on now? Ripunj has 137 on this account. But if you add in his other 7 accounts, he has like 500 games against me. Maybe all-time record. Never see me subbing. What do you mean? You just subscribed. I don't get it. Okay, so this is like a mainline. Looked at this recently. It didn't used to be, but C4, you can play it really early against the Khan, right? This would transpose to a C4 Khan or Paulson. I have no idea what I'm doing. You forgot one thing to tell about the Simul. He was playing 20 boards. Playing instantly. That's not surprising. Well, it wasn't a clock Simul. I was watching a Facebook post the other day of Ochotnik, who's a Ukrainian grandmaster, and he was world senior champ, but he posted a video of him doing a clock Simul. You know, clock Simul, that's quite different. But usually clock Simuls, you know, don't involve that many boards. I would say clock Simuls are typically like, you know, last board's 10, 5. Not with like massive number of players. Knight f6, take. So knight f6 is bad because of... Yeah, I don't know the theory here too well. Queen c7 must be book. Well, I don't know the theory really at all, actually. I never legitimately played the Khan. I must have played it. I mean, okay, I must have played it in like 1 or 2 games. I don't really remember, but they were just like... It must have just been against like random, you know, club players or something. It wasn't like strong opponents. I wanted to learn the Khan at one point. Don't know why it never took off. I guess I was not that serious about it. So G3, interesting. Here we go. Alright, now we got a fianchetto system. Where did that come from? Yeah, G3's wrong with the C4, definitely. You're right. I'm not sure my move was actually the best then. Maybe D6 wasn't the best. Don't know. Don't care. Well, I care, but... I'm not sure how easy it is to take advantage of that. The C4 pawn. I could just go after it like greedy style, like immediately. 95, B3, B5? That's crazy. That's gotta be too much. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm really not sure about this. And on the other hand, I'd really like to get developed. Yeah, I agree. I mean, G3 was weird, but maybe D6 was too passive. I should just, like, play knight f6 or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe 95 right away. I'm really not sure. Huh. Rot. 4. Rot. Rotenbiller. Damn. Knight takes c6, b takes c6, e5 doesn't work. So b3. So basically we have, like, I mean, kind of looks like a normal hedgehog now. But he's double fianchettoed instead of bishop on g2. I still think he's using the opening book. He always knows every opening, like, and doesn't need to use any time. You sure you're not using the opening book? How do you know every opening so well? We're gonna get in trouble here if we're not careful with the knight d5 sack. I've probably played this position for white, but this would come out of. That's what you said. Yeah, this would come out of. It doesn't matter what I play. He, like, plays every opening instantly. Yeah, I think so too. I think this comes out of an English. What we've got here. Now. I don't know. He seems kind of sus. How does he play so fast and play, like, perfect opening moves? He stated that he already played this 2 times against you. This being, like, the second move, you know? I mean, yeah, okay. Move to a6 we had, like, twice. But, I mean, you know, this is, like, move 14. Yeah, he knew it offhand, right? He just had it on his... On the tip of his tongue, he knew exactly how many times we had played this, because he has, like, a photographic memory. Am I paranoid? Yes. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. Just no talking about Elon Musk today. Once you get him out of his... I mean, once you get him out of the lichess book, he's not quite the same. Did I make a boo-boo? Saw that. Does it win? We're jumping the gun again. Speaking of Arsenal fan, you guys love to jump the gun here and make pronouncements that aren't necessarily true. Because I have this trick with d5 doesn't mean I'm necessarily winning. Pronouncements. This is crazy. Knight takes d5. Computer. It's a good thing I have knight e8 protecting g7. Oh no, my queen. He's not lost necessarily. Who knows, you know? There's a little void around his king. Void. You don't want that pawn. Alright. If you don't want it, it's a successful hedgehog. When you get in b5, b4, and then like take the guy's e-pawn, he wasn't supposed to just lose that pawn for nothing. Here comes the knight. And I'm gonna lose on time now. Jesus. He's totally playing for time. First is the opening book, then the blitz time thing. Blitz time. Incurable. Sladgie is secretly married? What? What do you mean? It's not a question. How many times? I like to repeatedly make the same mistake. If you've been watching my chess stream, you realize that. I don't learn from my mistakes. Where is our friend Arsenal? I don't know. Guess the parole officer came to pick him up. Jesus Christ. Tactics. Tactics. Dude, I mean, I tell you, that's normal. G4, of course. Maybe I should have taken it with the pawn. But, huh? Okay. Oh my gosh. He had that. Wow. Knight f6. Bishop takes f6. Dude, I mean, do you just sit around playing Hyper Bullet all day? Why bother to come to my chess stream? Yeah, I mean, he's like 2367 bullet overnight. How did that happen? Like last week he was like 2000 or something. Let's check the graph after this. He gained like 1,000 rating points in 1 month or no. No, he was like 2100 or something. But it's kind of a really rapid rating point gain. No? Yeah, what's that about? Oh. Oh no. Dude. What's with that? He's like 2147, 2147, 2100, 2100, 2000, 2000, 1900, 1900, 1900, 1900, 1900, 2000, 2100, bloop, 20, 2300. Interesting. Alright, next challenge. Schumacher. Yeah, that's a very strange stat there. Usually that's a sign like someone else is playing on your account. Your friends, it's not a computer or cheating. It's just like your friend played on your account or something. Typically, that's what that means. Well, it's hard to miss a move when it's like the only move that doesn't lose. Blocking a forced win. What am I playing now? Let's try something different. Dude, what are you thinking about? You don't play d5? Well, I paused a long time there when I played knight g4 because I still had a lot of time left. The literal 2 seconds between moves? Yes, he sees everything. That's why he's 2300. Yeah, of course. Game 298? You only have one account, right, Schumacher? H3 anyways. You know, H3 isn't really necessary here, I suppose. I am playing this Schmidt-Benoni. Right? Right. Oh no. Lothar. Lothar. Tomorrow's non-chess day. I'm so happy to not have to play any 2600s. I've had it with the Hungarian Teen Championship. We have 2 rounds left on one weekend in April, and then I'm done. But I only have to play one GM. And some kid. This is my last 2 games for the season. Now, why does this seem weird? This isn't really a Schmidt-Benoni. Wait, what is this? I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Technically, the Schmidt-Benonis when white doesn't play c4, so I guess this is just a form of the modern. Form of an iceberg. Roman used to like this shit. I never really liked it. he always promoted playing this. He played a lot in Blitz, but I always thought it was kind of overrated. It's just like an inferior, like a slightly inferior modern Benoni. Or a back maximum you like transpose. But yeah, it's kind of tricky, like delaying the e6. I never believed in this though. Wait, do I have like b5? Can I sack a pawn? Like he takes b5. We're gonna get a transposition if I do that. b8. a4 anyway. Of course. I guess I could think about playing e5 there for black. Just minding my own business. You play almost as fast as Ripunj. All the guys who watch my stream, you're like playing 3-0 or 1-0. Zen chess takes more time than you guys. Morales is normal with the time use. We have a challenger called Chaotic Midnight. It's interesting. From Antarctica. I heard it's nice this time of year. So the point was to eliminate d5 pawn. Yeah, I mean, pawn is pawn, but there's a problem. We have a little problem here. After knight takes d5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, bishop g5, and bishop f6 kind of sucks. I might be able to play knight f6. Or move my queen somewhere. I don't love it. The other possibility is to stack up on d5 with a third attacker, like bishop b7. Then he's solid. I guess I have to take it. Like there's no alternative here. We just take it and deal with it. Ask questions later. Alright. Well, we got queen moves. Free range turkeys. The one move I don't like is like bishop f6, because that bishop's too important. I'm not going to trade that off. f6 is the other move I don't like. Alright, so bishop's important. We don't block its diagonal. Queen c7, queen b6. Look like queen d7. I don't know. What can possibly go wrong here? Queen d7 could be an issue. Or I could just play knight f6. Actually, self-pin. I think I like this the best. But I don't know. It's well protected. The other thing is, like, he has an incursion into the 7th rank like this, and sometimes this. If I move my queen to, like, I don't know, b6, he moves bishop c4 or something, I have to move my knight. I guess I could have waited. I could have played queen b6. Okay, this is probably not an issue. He's not really threatening anything. d5, bishop f6. What is that? Like a draw? Maybe not. Yeah, I take the bishop. Take with the bishop, take on b5. We're fine. Maybe we're better. Maybe, maybe not. But I feel like I missed some opportunities here. As usual. He just plays too fast. He plays every game like it's 3-0. Just misses like tons of moves. He's got nothing, you know. He lost all of his advantage, and he's lucky if he's equal. Because he just, like, plays arbitrary moves quickly. Yeah, this is the one thing that... The one thing that looks reasonable for white. So double attack f7, it's not that big a problem, is it? Bishop e6. Rook takes b2, bishop f7. Where's the tactic? Rook f7? You need to get unrusty. To unrustify. Modern defense. Yeah, I mean, h3, I don't know about that. I think I'm probably supposed to play e6. No, that would just transpose to a normal Benoni. I don't know. h3 is okay. It just doesn't seem necessary. I'm not going to just play bishop g4 for no reason without even playing e6, I don't think. Astrobate, you're here! Welcome. Federic, Morales, Chaos, Miro, TM, Toluca. Toluca's higher rated than Repunj and Bullet. Toluca Salt. Welcome, good morning. Can I have another coffee, please? Speaking of coffee, Mr. Coffee is he's at college. Our moderator away and finishing up his week of studies. We don't talk about that here. That's not related to chess. This is a chess stream, Repunj. No, I play chess. This is not... Randomly moving the pieces as fast as I can is another thing. That's just stupid. Life is too short for stupid. Bishop takes e5. Bishop takes f7 check. King h8. $95. Bishop f6. Bishop takes f7. Yeah, I say we go for it. Go for it. Damn, he doesn't even stop to consider bishop takes f7 check. He just instantaneously took back on e5. Dude. Why? You got a lot of time. You still have bishop f7? Proper etiquette. I really want another coffee. I'll be bouncing off the walls. One coffee's just not, I don't know, I want more. It's not enough. What about you? Speaking of hyper, Acerbate's here. Alright. We're taking challenges for another hour and a half, approx. Guys, don't forget to donate, support the stream. Next stream is Sunday. Simul stream for 25 players. Chaotic Midnight. Reminds me of... But that's not Dr. You're not Dr. Zebra. Sounds like a superhero. Dr. Zebra. What? Rookie 8 check? How does that work? $25K. I guess this is my only legal move, huh? Now you should definitely try bishop takes f7. It looks highly interesting. Wow. Why would you go to h2 rather than h1? And why resign? Surprising in both, in both senses. First of all, I'm surprised you resigned. Secondly, I'm surprised you played king h2. Why would you go to h2 rather than h1? You're just avoiding the exchange of queens? Is that the point? You just came to the conclusion that being down the exchange and a pawn isn't gonna cut it. Very rational decision. Very few people would resign there. Now, alright, I'm thirsty. Coffee makes you thirsty. Coffee dehydrates. My mom had Alzheimer's and she was like constantly drinking coffee, and she never realized like drinking a lot of coffee like dehydrates you. You have to drink a lot of water. It's like, oh, I drink a lot of coffee. Like, Mom, you haven't drank any water. It's a diuretic. Don't do me that. What do you mean? This is, of course. This is my new opening. Sam Thomas John. St. Thomas. What are those, like, different gospels? Biblical gospels. Don't do me like that. I guess it's an interesting question. Yesterday I played a game where I played knight f3 first. Maybe it's more accurate. Oh no. Dude, you're not doing that, right? No, we're not announcing the computer evaluation while we're playing. We don't need that, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. If I want to know the computer evaluation, I'll just turn it on or something. I mean, we really don't need that. Talk about, like, spoiler alert. It's almost worse than, like, saying moves, you know? It feels like a little more mysterious, but you gotta lay down the law. Mr. Coffee's not here. I had to be strict about moderation. I'm not going to ban people unless absolutely necessary, but timeouts will be very liberal. No telling my opponents that they're +1 in the middle of the game. No looking at the engine while we play. Alright. Engine is for after the game. Post-game analysis only. Where they have very specific sort of ability to analyze positions by center pawn. Wow, Queen e7. Morales is playing kind of fast too. This is the Ubades system. The Iobades. Iobades. Morales is like walking right into Jurassic Park. Mommy, is this a dinosaur? There's a dinosaur outside the window. Mommy, there's a dinosaur in the yard. Okay. Bishop e6. That's sensible. Sensible. What do I do now? Nothing I can do, I guess. This is a good move. Maybe best move. Bishop e6. Objectively, that's probably black's best move. Some interesting stuff here, though. There. Wow, there. Some really interesting stuff here. I just can't resist this. This is crazy, right? That's a crazy thing to do. Really crazy thing to do. I want this to work. There's no way this works. Damn, he played h6. It's early. It's early yet. Don't do me like that. Too early for Morales. So, okay, man. I mean, my move was actually sound. Wow. Bishop g5, but is it best? No. I should have played knight f5 then bishop g5. Knight h4 is good. I thought bishop e6 was good. But if I go here, you just play queen d7. So this doesn't seem as effective now. If I'm not pinning anything. Exactly, you can go like knight e8. So I thought bishop g5 was interesting. Yeah, b3 is solid, but that would be a normal move. But bishop g5 I thought you would take. Now it's like really interesting, man. I was seriously looking at like playing knight f5 and knight takes g7. But it probably doesn't work. I was actually looking at this. This doesn't work. Naturally. Alright. Only works if you, I don't know, if you take with the queen on f6 on the next move. Yeah, so you have to do it this way. But why didn't you play this? I don't understand. Bishop f6. Queen f6, knight h5. Maybe he didn't like this. Queen g6 only move? How you like me now? Damn. You have king h8 with the idea of knight g7, rook g8. And you're okay after that. That's pretty cool. Federic. It's a good thing the baby wasn't playing. It's okay, man. So can I steal my place in the back? Oh, your place in line. What happened? Yeah, we forgot. Sorry, man. You're next. Alright, Zenchess, you can steal your place back. Yeah, I think that would be fair. You're allowed to steal your own place back. It's like you're in, where was it? Lebanon? Where is it like people are robbing the banks and stealing their own money? Was it Lebanon? Wasn't it Lebanon? Dude. How's the e5 here? Not good enough? Yeah, man, that happened. There's d5. Bishop e5 takes. Federica. What happened to that Norwegian chick, Federica? Chicks. How's your chicks, Acerbate? Acerbate's been busy with the chicks. Actually, they're not chicks. They're like ducklings. Ducklings is different. Ducklings are different from chicks. All right. They're duck chicks. Chick ducks. Dinosaur eggs. Mmm. Dinner. I have high cholesterol, so I have to cut back on the duck. Uh-oh. Dude, I'm not up on the latest. I've been kind of lost track of the Jen Shahadi. Jen Shahadi? Who's that? The last time I saw her was like in the midst of a PokerStars Sunday Million. The first time I ever saw her online playing poker. She was like, that was like, God, that was like 10 years ago. We played on the same table on an online poker tournament. I had never actually seen, she didn't play much. Although she pretends to be like a poker pro, she actually had like no online results. Oh God. She canceled Alejandro Ramirez because he looks like a predator. Jesus Christ. He's a real terrifying sexual predator. Yeah, try being alone with Emery Tate in the same room. You won't worry about Alejandro Ramirez anymore. But, whatever, man. I don't know about it. I didn't know about it. It's just like, how is she even relevant in chess at all? I don't understand, to be honest. Not to belittle like legitimate sexual allegations against people, but I don't understand the whole like Jen Shahadi thing. She's kind of not. She did the same thing with chess and poker. Sort of like pretends to be great at something, but isn't really. I don't really get that, you know. She did somehow like, I don't know how she did that. She got her rating up pretty high at one point and then just like quit playing altogether. But I was never impressed. Her brother's a good player though. She did draw me once. But it's like people like that. It's not just her. It's like all people who kind of like they over like represent themselves, you know. They create this like mystique about themselves, like they're some sort of legend. Like Jen Shahadi was some legend chess player. It's like bullshit, you know. She was decent. I think she won the U.S. championship, right, for women. But it felt like even then she was I don't know, just kind of lucky or had a hot streak, and then, you know, she wasn't consistently that good, to be honest. You don't like the title of her book. I'm sure you're not the only one, but, you know, that's you know, also about, we always got along, but the title of her book is meant to be like attention grabbing, you know, that's what she's about, you know, grabbing attention, always. Getting attention. It's like the anti-Sladgie, you know. She's an anti-Sladgie. Like, not as bad as some people, though. But, I mean, dude, people change. Like, she was relatively cool. But honestly, like, I haven't seen her in 10 years, and people change. You know, people change a lot. And maybe she's super, you know, she's like over woke or whatever now. I don't know. But I don't keep track of her. I always thought she was all bark and no bite, to be honest. In chess and poker. It was all like just smoke and mirrors and no substance. I mean, for a female player, she was quite strong, but not to the point where she promoted herself like some sort of legend. It was ridiculous. That's my take. Over promoted. A chess pop star, at best. Sladgie is under promoted. Well, Greg does the same thing, you know. He was all about promotion of stuff, but not as selfish in a way. But Greg was a good, really, really good blitz player. I think, and a good player. Strong. Pretty strong. But he kind of did the same thing, you know, like, out of nowhere, he's like, a strong I am, and then just sort of stops. He played poker. He was actually a pretty good poker player, from my understanding, although I never played with him. He sort of copied everything he did. But it's all their dad, you know. Dad made them. Dad has the same birthday as me. We share the same birthday. With Dad Shahadi. No, I always got along with all of them, but I just, you know, I don't like the over self promotion. People that do that. You like make your own Wikipedia page or something. King c5. You saw that. I can't draw a line there. But I mean, seriously, like, people change. Jen was relatively cool. But I don't know about the Alejandro Ramirez thing. Maybe he did some bad shit. He just seems... I don't really know him at all, but he seemed like a totally sort of mild-mannered and harmless guy. What are the allegations, dude? He inappropriately... It was, like, serious? Or it's just... What exactly? What's the substance, man? What substance is there to the allegations? Do tell. Are there, like, physical allegations? Like Donald Trump? Or what do we got here? What's her name? It's in the Wall Street Journal. I'm surprised it didn't pop up on my feed, but I don't really do the Wall Street Journal because it's kind of like right-leaning. Sexual assault allegations against the U.S. chess grandmaster went unaddressed for years? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is all stuff that went on, not on my watch. You know, he's actually Costa Rican, right? But, that was what I was saying, like, last week. Why the bleep would you leave Costa Rica? Who had their right mind, like, moves away from Costa Rica to the United States? That's a stupid idea. It's like the only great place in Central America, and you leave to go live in the United States? To go to St. Louis? Shack up with a billionaire? That's dumb. I'm not leaving Costa Rica. There's no way, dude, even for chess. Why wouldn't you want to, like, stay in Costa Rica and be, like, the first board for Costa Rica or something? You could travel where you want to travel. Why would you move to St. Louis? This is stupid. Live in Costa Rica and then travel the world. That's not a bad deal. The guy's first mistake is, like, moving to St. Louis. Moving to the United States. Working with those guys. Totally stupid. Federica's pretty strong. Damn. I mean, again, I'm not trying to, like, you know, dismiss sexual allegations. It's pretty surprising. That guy, honestly, he's not like, you know, Emery Tate's child or offspring or something. He looks totally like Jen could like beat him up. You know, what's the problem there? That's really weird. She could seriously like kick his ass. How could he like sexually harass her? You know, it doesn't even make sense. Dude, seriously, Andrew Tate, yeah, that's one thing, but I mean, you know, Alejandro Ramirez assaulted me or something. Like, dude is like, he's totally harmless. He might be like assaulted by women. Why is weight so strong? Jesus. 1600 in bullet, you're playing like a master. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I don't know, man. The Q, the Friday Q. I don't do challenges, just rumors and gossip. Can't cancel me. You have your USCF membership revoked? Are you serious? That's a thing? This is like a joke, dude. Alright. It's like a relief. Thank you. I'd appreciate it if someone would cancel my USCF membership. Oh, we don't have one. Okay, that's a relief. I was getting worried there. Say what? No way Arsenal is into Q stuff? No way. Man, these British people get into the conspiracy theory stuff. That wouldn't surprise me. How much do Chess GM earn? Come on. Depends on if you live in St. Louis or not. I wonder what the average cost of rent in St. Louis is. How is weight so strong, by the way, in 1600 in bullet? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's play this game like 2200. Because Google knows a lot about how much grandmasters earn. That's ridiculous. How much do Chess GM earn in Hungary? Between $10,000 and $20,000 a year. Legendary. Repunch, I'll give you some advice. Never believe those internet sites that tell you how much like people make or whatever. It's like my game with Banus all over again. This is worse though. He has the outside protected passer. With full-time coaching? What are you talking about? What in the world are you talking about? Where in the world? I don't know. I think you should ask Alejandro Ramirez from jail. That's why you don't go to St. Louis. Oh, shit. No, this is okay. To be honest, there's a lot of people who pay for chess coaches. Dude, Zen chess, sure. Of course, you know, specifically players who are doing it professionally. But, still, the average chess grandmaster in the world, if you take them all into consideration, very few of them are making much money. Only like a handful. You know, those in the United States, some in Europe, and people like me. For the majority of them, you know, they're like some Hungarian dude who's struggling to make $10,000 a year playing in the Austrian team championship or something. I mean, it's actually kind of sad. I mean, I know 2600s who probably make less than $20,000 a year. So, yeah, but dude, what if you're like, you're from Hungary and you don't speak English, you know? How are you gonna, like, coach people? You know what I mean? First of all, you have to be fluent in English, which, like, only, like, 30% of the world is. Maybe Spanish, if you live in Spain or, you know, Argentina or Germany or German or no, so like half, but I still think it's like ridiculous to assume that chess grandmasters make a lot of money on average. All right, next. My theory is like don't play chess if you care about money and you want to make money. Don't go into chess to make money. You go out of chess to make money. Or you can be like me and like suffer to survive because you're already there, you know. You leave chess if you want to make money. You don't go into chess to make money. Next, Miro. No, Zen chess. Speaking of Zen chess. I can do another timeout. Do you want to know why I would ban you? Because I can show you. Should I show him why I would ban him? Because I haven't banned you yet, but I'm thinking about it. Alright. You too. Come on, bro. I can't believe I played the Sicilian. That was so stupid. And he goes back to the knight c3. Professional move order. chess was forbidden in Iran forever, man. The hardline Muslims, you know, don't subscribe to that. But I mean, on the other hand, you know, Saudi Arabia just started like this huge golf league. How is golf okay? I don't think Saudi Arabia is going to ban chess anytime soon. If golf is okay, how is chess not okay? Ripon just like sends in these random things. Variation. Variation. So, wait. What do I do after this again? Is this a thing? Can I play c5? I don't want to know. I'm gonna time him out. See, I'm not banning him. I'm timing him out. Oh, I banned him. Oh, shit. Unbanned. Sorry. I didn't mean to ban you. My bad. It was just meant to be a timeout. Stop this. This nonsense. Regular move there. Queen c7. There's all sorts of moves, aren't there? I thought there were like 5 moves for black in that position in chess. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Can somebody like put something totally random into the stream? I thought f5 was the move, isn't it? Isn't f5? Oh, I've played that before. It's not so good. Well, there are like 5 moves, but you're right. Like queen c7 is probably the main line. It's a forever timeout. No, that's what I did with Arsenal the other day. It's not a ban. It's just a long timeout. I like to welcome new viewers to the stream by timing them out. It's my way of saying thanks for being here. Okay. So, what exactly is going on now? Knight d4 looks like a good move, but white has bishop d3. But nevertheless, there's some interesting possibilities. There's a lot of interesting possibilities here. Yeah, I don't know. His knight d6 doesn't seem necessary. Zenchess, have you heard the expression? Well, I'm sure you have. The threat is stronger than the execution. I suspect that knight d6, like, you're just like cashing in too early, you know. Probably black is just fine here, but I have too many choices. I don't know what to do. Queen e7, queen b6, knight d4, and maybe another move for that matter. There's so many moves I don't even know where to start. I literally don't even know where to start. f6. Queen b6. I mean, I have like 6 candidate moves in this position. How do you decide what to play? Okay, bishop e3. Queen b6 is possible, yeah. Okay, I think he's playing bishop d3 on almost every move. Canty likes that joke? Oh no. That's funny, that's funny. Speaking of snake oil salesman, Only 250. Wow. Lev Albert has him beat, I'm sure. Yeah, those guys are just gross. But, you know, no one ever liked Dlugi, to be honest, from my experience. But, you know, first of all, if you live in New York City, you have to, like, charge a lot. Because it's, like, one of the most expensive places in the world. Rent is, like, $1,000,000. If I lived in New York City, I'd have to charge $150 an hour just to pay the rent, probably. So there is that. It's like a premium for living in New York City. But I still, yeah, I dislike. Of course, no one likes Dlugi or Hans. The Hans, Team Hans. Those guys. We equalized. I don't know this line, so for me to equalize is like feels like an accomplishment. It's way better because of the center. I mean, the two bishops. Sorry, I'm having Freudian slip there. Interesting. This could get very, very sharp. Very, very. I had this Freudian slip where I said center. So, I don't know. Maybe he is better. It's hard to say. I can play knight b3, but that's stupid. Maybe it's not. You know, I actually could have played like knight b3, bishop a6, and tried to go for knight a5. I am a little bit, like, undeveloped. We create a central vortex. This position is dangerous for me. I could have played what? Bishop b7. Probably that was a good move. It could have... I might as well have thrown in bishop b7. I mean, it's like a free move. And castles rook g8 is like devastating, so he has to play f3. Looks like I should have played bishop b7. You know, it's just... Why not? As if it's going anywhere else. Bishop a6, maybe. Yeah, I like talking trash, but I'm not really a legendary trash talker. Only when I'm in the mood. Yeah, Zenchus is going super, super, super solid on me. With white here. Entrenched. The vortex. King must move at some point, but where? Smooth. I don't really play the Paulson or Taimanov or whatever this is. Queen c7 is right. Main line. C5 not so common. It's all good. Now what do I do? I want to play D5? D5. Because why not? We're fighting for control of the center. This is the center. Do you know about the center? Is the center important, sir? Which is better, knights or bishops? Central Park penthouse. We have to all, everybody has to pay for Lev Albert's Central Park penthouse and Dlugi. No, I mean, seriously, if you live in New York City, you have to charge a premium. But, you've got, like, rich people living in New York City paying $250, $300 an hour, maybe $500 an hour. Bruce Pandolfini. Probably massively overrated as a coach. Now everybody's a chess coach. I've been coaching chess since like 1994, 95. It's not like I started to be like a self-proclaimed chess coach last week. Like some people. Interesting battle, huh? Wow. Endgame of Rook. Interesting. Rock. What if I put my rock on b5 and white played b4? No. I have a plan. Power up. Power up my pawns. Central pawn power. Power pawns. Power puff. Could you please send me your address? Yes, I'll be right there. Would you like my social security number? Stalker! Why don't you go visit Jen Shahadi, okay? Leave me out of this. Go to the U.S. You've always wanted to go to the U.S. to meet Jen Shahadi. Did you hear the story about the flight where some guy was arrested in mid-flight? He tried to open the window of the plane and then assault Get this. Assault the flight attendants with a bent spoon. Can I just try to understand how you can assault someone with a bent spoon? This is a weapon? That's kind of a stretch, man. You know? The bent spoon theory. Can I take with the pawn? Yes, you can. Should I take with the pawn? Bent, you know, like bent. Because that makes it much more dangerous. I'm like, what? Take with the pawn or take with the rook? No, that's a good point. Like, what does the fact that, you know, you bent the spoon really have to do with anything? How does that really change anything? So the pawn wedge. Island. Lufthansa. Something with Lufthansa recently. I saw something about Lufthansa yesterday. Well, they're constantly having strikes, first of all. Secondly, they have really bad, like... But actually, I've flown Lufthansa a lot. I can't complain about it, but I have heard other people have bad experiences with them. You can always complain. So Rook A1 is a neat move. Oh my god. Someone opened the emergency exit door. Alright. Power pawns. It's not the number of pawns, it's the quality of pawns. Pawn powers. You can never be too careful. Oh no. What? Yeah. Was that a draw? Did you reach a drawn position? Yeah. Yep. Yep. F5 blunder. Damn. I achieved a winning ending and then I blew it with F5 double question mark. Shit. The problem was like rook b8, I thought you can play king c4 and I wasn't sure how I make progress. I mean, how do I make progress after that? I have this. I guess I have this, I'm just gonna go here and like cut you off anyway. That was a very interesting ending. What's up with the opening? It's a line? Yeah, c5 is a rare move. There are some games with it. Oh. So everyone played bishop b7 here. This is a novelty. It's not that bad. I think knight d6 is... It looks too early. This is interesting, man. It's like a totally playable variation. Yeah, I messed up. I should have played bishop b7 at some point. I should have played it right away, forcing you to play like f3. Then I play f6. This is a much better version of the game for me. That was an inaccuracy on my part. Not playing bishop b7. Interesting line. Serotonin, reuptake inhibitor. Alright guys, last two games I think. I'll try to get the game with Miro if it's not too late for him. Did we do a timeout? I've been playing e4 and d4. Good luck with the rest of your stream. Thank you, LJ. So, we're going to be back on Sunday. Oh yeah, I remember what I want to do now. Trying something new. Thank you for not playing the Grunfeld. Animal Midnight. I'm halfway off the screen here. Oh, you move ordered me in semi... Well, I mean, that's the logical thing to do, what you did in the opening there for the closed Sicilian player who doesn't want to deal with e6 setups. You have to. I mean, the Grand Prix sucks against that. But we invented a new variation. That's pretty cool. Well, I did, you know. Knight c6 is a theoretical novelty. There's probably 8 million games on lichess, though. I've been studying Yasser's games. Not really, just a little bit. Getting desperate. I mean, I'm 0-2 against this with black. I lost to Larry Kaufman, I lost to Prohashka. It's an annoying system to play against What's knight d7? No one plays that. I don't even know what to do after knight d7. What is that? You're just gonna do e5 with the knight on d7? No big deal. Do we castle? Which way do we castle? Did I play the same-ish? I mean, what do I do now? I don't know what to do now. It's a Makaganov. It's a Makaganov hybrid. I don't know. I mean, white has a lot of options. No one has ever... I've never had... Let's say I've never seen anyone play this way with black. It's interesting, though. c5, maybe he's got something there. Maybe it's not so stupid for black. Maybe this is like a legitimate way of playing. Of course, I don't have to play h3. You definitely don't have to play h3 with white. That is interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm turning into b-jack, h3. So you want to play c5. Interesting. I get it. Wow. That's pretty cool. I have to say that's really annoying. c5 here. I don't have too many choices. It's kind of like a Sicilian after pawn takes pawn. You could see black play pawn takes pawn, like, what next? Not so simple. Rumrazzi. Do I go back? Or is there no time for that? No, we play it like a con Sicilian. You can have my bishop. I don't know. I mean, can I justify moving my bishop again? Really? I don't think so. That bishop is okay. You can have it. I don't want it. The rook c1 is slightly lame. Seems okay. You guess Yasser used to be pretty darn good. Well, I mean, you know, when I was a kid and I started playing chess, Yasser was like in his prime. So I remember studying, like, seeing Sarwan's games from the 80s when he was young, and it was important for me because I played the English. So in the 80s, when I started playing chess, started studying chess, I was playing c4 with white, and, you know, Sarwan had a lot of interesting games where he played the English. Then he started Inside Chess in the 90s, and I think he retired, you know, basically at 95. I would say he was kind of retired from chess because of Inside Chess, and that was it, man. As far as I'm concerned, his career, like, stopped at 1995. After that, it was just, like, you know, friendly matches with Michael Adams in Bermuda. So he had a relatively short professional chess career before he became a commentator, let's say. He could have been a contender. Yeah, but no killer instinct, you know. He's too nice a guy, too social. He was better off starting a business and socializing. Doesn't have a killer instinct. Really talented, though. It feels like Yasser's understanding of the game is kind of intuitive. Natural and intuitive. That's kind of rare. Be interesting to know how his early understanding of the game developed. I don't know that much about his early years. There wasn't internet back then, you know. What books did he study? Who did he learn from? Pacific Northwest. There wasn't a lot of chess. Does the F rook come to E1? Queen C7 is kind of a weird move, isn't it? Yes and no. I like answering my own questions. I was talking about Yasser. We played his anti-King's Indian system with bishop d3, so I'm thinking about switching to, because it's very, very solid for white. I really never felt comfortable against it with the black pieces. It's cool when your mom makes a chess app. Nerds. You get a position and a variation, and you play out the variation in your mind and solve the tactic from that position. Nerd mom has been called. Is this overly simplification, oversimplification, or just good for white, or both? Yasser talked about his book somewhere. Yeah, well, he talks a lot. I should probably look it up. What is interesting to me is that, like, you know, compared to other players, it really doesn't seem like he had that much, you know, that many over the board games to get quite strong. I mean, there was no internet back then, obviously, and you don't get the impression he was as active a player as, like, Bobby Fischer or something. He won the World Junior Championship, but I mean, how did he get to that point? You know what I mean? How did he get good enough to win, like, the World Junior Championship with relatively limited, like, tournament practice? I think that's pretty impressive. He's just, you know, kind of conceptual genius. Not an average player. I think that certain people see the game in a different way. They're able to cut through the bullshit and just get to the heart of the position. And Yasser has the ability to do that. I'm, like, gushing about Yasser. But I appreciate his style, you know? I mean, he wears a nice suit. Well, I was going to play bishop d4. I have the feeling we have better. The pawn on d6 is a kind of greedy target to take, isn't it? But it's a pawn. Pawn is pawn. feels dirty and greedy by doing this. But still, I think it's probably appropriate. I wanted like more of a closed, total lock on the position. This is good enough. Alec Hines game collection. Okay, the first chess books he read were Reuben Fine, of course. All the standards. And Alyakin's game collection. I mean, you know, kind of similar to me, actually. Except I had a few opening books thrown in there. I didn't really do Alyak until later, though. So that's interesting. There weren't that many books back in the 70s. Like there were in the 80s, and it was like exponentially. Chess books were increasing. The number of chess books have always sort of exponentially increased. Yeah, books lost. You know, you go to like a bookstore and there's all the classics, Reuben Fine and What's in Your Bag? You had a bad experience with Alyakin's book. Dude, are you serious? You're like traumatized because there was an error? Nobody's perfect. I'm going to pick up my kings and chess and put it on C1. No. He was traumatized at an early age because he found an error in one of Alyakin's lines. This is mate. Mate is mate. That is an interesting opening line, though. I'm going to play one last game. But here, after knight d7, what is white supposed to do? It raises an interesting question. Black's plan is to play c5, it turns out. My bishop's on d3, so I don't play that. I have to learn how to play this Benoni. Castles is the main line. Bishop c2 is a move. I'm allergic to bishop c2. No, that's a weird move. Bishop c2 and knight g3. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. It's hard to say like what the best move is. But apparently not many people play my choice of h3. Right. But this looks decent. cd4. Chatlabashev. And this guy, you know, who's a strong player, he lives in Denmark now. Chatlabashev from Bulgaria, of course. He played bishop e2, which makes a lot of sense, but, you know, I think you can give up the bishop. My move is number 1, engine, castles. Oh, no, I played rook c1. Well, rook c1 in a second. Rook c1 is number 1. It's rook c1 or castles. So I improved on theory here. Bishop e2 is too, you know, like, robotic. And I think that black can play maybe pressure on e4 later. My move is an improvement on theory, it looks like. And he just took the bishop, but the bishop is sort of overrated. It's like a Con Sicilian or Mora declined. Bishops are overrated sometimes, but usually not. e4. Yeah, if I try to play it like a regular Benoni, I think that black gets a good game. Alright, hey, it's Miro. You're in trouble now. Oh, he took it. You know, that line isn't so bad for white, by the way. Like, just taking leaves white with a slight edge, but very small. like microscopic advantage. Not my intention. This is someone on sounds. Pat variation. I played g6 with black. That's like flexible and solid, but not everyone's taste. If you don't like g6, yeah, you play a normal regular Caro Kann. I mean, that might not appeal to you. The other move that black can play, which is interesting, is queen c7. Just trying to angle for e5, I guess. But it seems kind of artificial to me. Yeah, this is really annoying. That's annoying, dude. So I can take the pawn back, play the ending, or see what's behind door number 2. We'll check door number 2. Oh yeah, I remember now. Oh shit. Right. I remember now. Guys, I gotta cancel the other challenges from Leon. Pseudo baloney. Because it's time to go. You screwed up. The move is bishop g4. Bishop g4. And black has a good game. Yep. I have to take here on e4 and allow the lame endgame. I don't know about bishop f5. That doesn't seem right to me. But I mean, you know, how bad can it be for black? It's not that bad. The wall. Build the wall. Where's my knight going? I'm gonna bring it back through h3. Oh, I have bishop c4. So if you play bishop g6, I can play knight h3. Where are you gonna go? WJ Loof, long time no see. I hope everything is okay. Build the wall. Fundamentals of wall building. Everyone's favorite London system bishop on g6. Don't worry, you can maneuver it back to h7 and g8. Astrobate does that in the Bodler all the time, like bishop c4, bishop a2, bishop e1. Then you just simply play like c3 and d3 and something like that, and you're free to go. My king. My kingdom for a king. Where do I put my king? On like c1? Don't worry. No problem. What do we get? Kirby likes maple has followed. He doesn't like maple. Side gigs. Oh, you're maple tree. Likely Canadian reference. I feel like I'm playing the white side. Oh, you're gonna castle queen side? I feel like I'm playing the white side of the Berlin or something. Alright, how do we do this again? Where do I put my king? Here? I've played you many times, however I haven't chatted. A3. There's always A4. Stronger than it looks. Could I have played A4 last move? Interesting question. It's never too late to play A4. That's what they say. Well, it does stop bishop A3. So there is that. He's not afraid. Fear not. Interesting. Don't know. This is getting weirder and weirder. I like it. If A5, knight D7, fear not. If there's a tactic, he will find it. Yeah. Do you have a mate in 1? Are you threatening mate in 1 yet? Yeah. Bishop D3 is interesting. We kind of shore up my position. But I guess this is simpler. This just guards everything. Knight F2 is like the ultimate move. It literally guards everything. Something weird about this position. I like it. You had that. I think I feel better about my king on B2. On B1 there's all kinds of bad stuff. So C5, it looks like he's starting to creak. This is all part of the plan. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. F D7, an unfortunate surprise. Wow. You have the A5. I like this game. And A6 is interesting. You stole my idea. Takes? No. Tough game. Are you still allowed to castle? He's still allowed to castle? Unbelievable. How is that even legal? See, this is what happens when you study too many Yasser Seirawan games. You start playing like this. I gotta go, guys. So it was nice knowing you. Next stream will be on Sunday. Appreciate any donations, follows. Check out the YouTube channel. I upload all the streams over to YouTube, so if you want to watch yesterday's analysis stream, for example, is uploaded. Fighting for control. Oof. No. You. See, this is like maximum efficiency. You know, we don't even bother moving our rooks, and they're in the game, you know. Just develop your rooks from the original square. Push the rook pawns. You don't have to bother. Fianchetto your king and push your rook pawns. Put the minor pieces next to each other, and you're good to go. It's like segregation. They're staying together in groups. What's up, man? Knight d7. Elephants like white mountains. Elephant never forgets. There ain't no elephants in the White Mountains of Vermont. Bernie Sanders told me. Pink elephants. Why am I so thirsty? What's up, man? He's never spent this much time on one move before. WJ Lift, good to see you. Seriously, you haven't been here for a while. So good luck with your side hustle. This is very strange for him to spend this much time. So wonder what he's thinking about. I think he's like fell asleep, man. It's late in Alaska. Yeah, I actually don't have to work tomorrow. It's like one day every 2 weeks when I don't have to work. Are you thinking about c4? I could get a priest in here. My brother-in-law is like a Catholic monk. We can get him in, do last rites. I don't know if he's qualified, but yeah, c4 is not a good idea. That was like far too long. Can monks do last rites? Far too long to think about knight d7. There was no other move. He's starting f5. What I need is like a knight on c4, but it takes too long. I can play knight a4 now, winning the c5 pawn. He'll have to feed it to me. Feed me. Feed me. Free pawns are the best pawns. So knight a4, c4 takes, knight d6. Feels like he almost has some chances. Let's give him a chance. He found that. Dude, that was quick. I don't have to do it. I could play knight c5. Massive pressure after knight c5. Looks really good. I don't even have to take this pawn. Screw your pawn. Oh, you still want to feed me the pawn. Damn. Insist. No, I insist. As they say. You gotta give him credit. He's doing a good job, like, fighting and really staying in the battle here. Then he takes c4, king takes c4. What a great job fighting, though, seriously. He's a fighter, not a lover. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose on time. This is where we freak out, okay? Don't freak out. Such an amazing player on time. Why is his blitz rating so low? He just doesn't play blitz? Actually, he must have like a secret account. He does. Oh, he has another account. This is his second account. It's not a secret account, right? Crazy. Okay. I have a plan. Oh my god. I could have taken on b7, but this is probably more rational. Wow, sniper. Sniper, man. I could have checked him. Always check. How's our material? Equal material. What a fighter. Wow. That's tough, dude. You gotta love that. Dude. Bishop b8. No. You have to blockade the dark squares. Nice try. Merciless. That's stalemate. Alright. Wow. What an epic defensive try by black. You actually got to a savable position at like 1, 2, well, 2 points. You were actually fine, and I was, oh, my opening was this. Yeah, knight c3 is a mistake. It doesn't work. I looked at this the other day. I have to play knight takes e4, and it's just lame. It's just lame. It's just equal. Epic battle, though. Good game. Alright, guys. It was fun. Good games today. We'll see you, Galushka Tomasz. It's like dumpling, Tom Dumpling. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and have a great weekend, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.